St. Louis. I'd like to say good morning, St. Louis. It's time to go to school, St. Louis. Buckle your seatbelts. We're going for a ride. We're going to visit some things you never imagined that we could visit.
Yep.
St. Louis, we must begin to ask ourselves the question: why have we been in this condition for so long? Why have we been in this condition for so long? I want to believe the reason we're in this position is because the human mind from the beginning of creation never became what it was predestined to become. That first living organism that had multiple living organisms never developed to know that it was literally trying to find itself. In other words, imagine you're on a scale of 1 to 10, but you never know there was something beyond 5. Everyone died before they get to 6. So as a result, they built their home from 1 to 5, knowing that they were going to die and not exceed 5. That's exactly how it's been since the world was formed. The human organism never developed in a manner in which it was created to develop into, and as a result, that lack of understanding, lack of knowledge allowed it to build its house from 1 to 5, which is considered a prison. But yet it didn't know it was a prison, because what it did, it built prisons within the structure of 1 to 5. It built hospitals, it built graveyards, it built pharmaceutical companies, big oil. And the reason it did this is because also it built religion from 1 to 5. The reason it did this is because in order to know what you need to know, you have to go beyond 1 to 5. If you don't exceed 5, you're not going to have the power to know that there's more to know. So, based upon all perishing before they got to 6, they didn't have the inability to understand, or the ability to understand, that there was something more than what they knew. So as a result, they built their home in 1 to 5, which is considered darkness, because from 6 to 10 is when you're awakening for the first time. 6 to 10. So as a result of 1 to 5, we've been living in 1 to 5 since we've known ourselves. And as a result, we built countries. We built nations. We even came up with planets, solar system, galaxies, stars. But yet we didn't realize all that we were understanding was being understood with an undeveloped mind. We never understood that the planets and the galaxies and the stars are within us, which will literally cause a reflection of our internal to be displayed externally. But yet, from 1 to 5, we only see despair, destruction, decay, institutions, prisons. In other words, we came up with what we call the laws of thermodynamics. Entropy increases, chaos and disorder. We never had the ability to understand that we can contract inward and create a singularity, or black hole, as most cosmologists or physicists might call it. But yet they're unfortunately incapable of knowing the truth, because they are too living in a system of 1 to 5. What am I saying? St. Louis, Chi-Town, Alabama, New York, Georgia. What am I saying? What am I saying, Florida? What am I saying? I'm saying that we are capable of becoming more intellectually astute than we have become. And the season has arisen for us to say all or nothing. We must also begin to understand that the churches were built in 1 to 5. Religion was built in 1 to 5. And that's one of the reasons we're fighting countries and fighting races and fighting our brothers and sisters, mothers and fathers, is because the mind, unfortunately, is hallucinating and creating bad copies of itself. And the mind itself is living in decay. We must begin to understand that we are capable of being more than we thought we were capable of becoming. And once we become, we'll begin to sing a new song. And trust me, it will be a new day. The time is not tomorrow. The time is today for us to say all or nothing, and that we shall. God bless.